Trust me, it's gonna be fun. Protein first. I'm gonna continue with my plan. You don't even need a blender. We never go wrong with vanilla, right? It's snowing! I cannot describe how amazing and easy this dish is. Mine's kind of gooey. I think I'm gonna use oregano. I burned them. You're so nice. Look at this beauty! A spring morning that doesn't look like spring at all. Welcome to my Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Welcome to the vlog. A lazy morning. Can I say no, I cannot say lazy. I woke up early. I went to the gym. I already did my workout this morning. It's just because the weather is kind of weird. It's pretty windy and it's overcast, and I think days like this, they make me feel a little sluggish. I don't know, how can I say, it's a slow start for me. But anyways, I'm planning to vlog today. I'm planning to share my life with you. If you are new here, nice to meet you. I'm Luciana. I don't like to tell you what to do or what to eat. I share my life with you so I can inspire you to live a healthy lifestyle. And today is gonna be an indoor day. It's gonna be I don't wanna say lazy, I hate that word. It's gonna be a relaxing day for sure, a more chill day. I have a lot of work to do on the computer. That doesn't mean that we are not going to have fun in the kitchen. It only means the things that we are going to do today are going to be even simpler, even easier than normal days. We always do easy things here, right? You know that the whole purpose of this vlog is to inspire you to live a healthy lifestyle, and I do that by trying easy process that could simplify our lives and at the same time make our lives healthier. So that's what we do here. If you're new here, actually, if you're new here, if that's what you want and you are not a subscriber yet, here's your chance. But today's gonna be even simpler because I really have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of things to write. I'm a writer as well, so I have to work on that. But I'm not gonna spoil anything because sometimes I feel like I start the vlogging talking, and I spoil the whole movie ahead, right? So relax, get a cup of coffee or tea, anything you want. Trust me, it's gonna be fun. That's the only thing I'm gonna say to you. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be healthy, so trust me. But before that, surprise, surprise, I have to tidy my desk a little bit because if you know me, you know, my desk is always a mess. So the first fun thing we are going to do today is actually it's something perfect for spring, although the weather is not it's not quite there yet. Actually, let me know in the comments where you live, if you're already living spring days, I would say, or if it's like Toronto where the winter stays longer, the winter lasts forever. Almost forever, I would say. Last night I started preparing yogurt. I have this yogurt maker. I love it because since I got this machine, I don't buy yogurt anymore. So it paid itself like in a month. Making yogurt is a very simple process. I only need to mix a little of yogurt that I always reserve every time I make a batch. I mix that portion with milk. Let this mixture here overnight. Actually, it takes 8 hours, so for me it's easier. Not 8 hours. I think it's 10 hours. So it's easier for me just do it overnight. Before anything, I like to leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours so it gets firmer. After that, I reserve a portion to make future batches and it's ready to eat. But today we are going to do something a little more fun. Stay with me. By the way, let me show you something. A few days ago, I was trying to develop a recipe that I would say I'm almost there. Almost. I think in the near future we are going to see something delicious here. I'm trying to develop these, how can I say, these little protein cakes. Look how beautiful. I have these silicone molds so I can make cake in different shapes like butterflies and flowers and bugs, and yeah, so beautiful. But anyways, I'm trying to develop a recipe that would be packed with protein. Of course, you know the number one rule here in our house, protein first. And of course, it's gonna be delicious. This first batch is okay. It's tasty, but it's not that delicious yet. We need a little more of sweetness to it and more protein. I'm not satisfied with the amount of protein yet. I'm increasing little by little because I have to test if it works. As far as I'm seeing, I think it's gonna work with way more protein than this. So in the next couple days, you're going to see me trying this recipe and fingers crossed, it's gonna work. So if you're not a subscriber yet, here's another good reason to subscribe so you can be on the loop. I'm just waiting for these to finish because I cannot make a lot of cakes because we are only 2 here and we have to eat them. So as soon as we finish this batch, I'm gonna make more. Now that my yogurt must be a little firmer, I'm gonna continue with my plan for it today. As I said, the weather today doesn't go with my plans, but it is what it is. It's officially spring somewhere, and probably when you watch this video it's gonna be full spring already because it takes me about 2 weeks to post my vlogs. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. So my idea is to make popsicles with my homemade yogurt. But more than that, I'm gonna make high protein popsicles. And I know it sounds fancy, like protein packed yogurt popsicles, but it's so easy to make. You'll see. I have this popsicles mold, I would say. I'm almost sure that I got them from IKEA. You can use any molds you have. You can even improvise with ice cube molds if you don't have something like this. And there are some pros and cons about these particular molds. Let's start by the pros. I think it's easy to handle. As you can see, it's pretty firm because sometimes it can be a little tricky to have them inside your freezer. But these ones, they come with this base here, so you can just place them in the base and they don't bend. I would say it's well structured this way. You can put in the freezer and it's not gonna be folding or anything. Actually, I still have to find one of the sticks. Yes, it's here. So, one con, something that it's an advantage for sure, it's that sometimes it gets hard to separate the mold from the popsicle. I had to put under the faucet with hot water, not hot water, but lukewarm water, and it's gonna slide easier, but yeah, it's not as easy as others that I see sometimes. I know there is a set on Amazon that people praise a lot, that it's made of silicone and it slides super easy. And another feature that it can be an advantage or a disadvantage is that they are small. They are smaller than regular popsicles, so it can be a disadvantage if you want something that is closer to a popsicle, I mean size-wise, but it can be an advantage for 2 reasons. First, if you have small kids, I think it's a perfect size for them, and if you wanna make like real popsicles, or you can make traditional recipes that are not the healthiest that you can find. At least it's a small portion. You would have small portions with this. This is already a plus, right? If you are interested, you can try to find it at your local IKEA. So I'm not gonna make a lot because first, I'm still experimenting with this, and secondly, I need yogurt. I don't want to use all the yogurt I have. So let's start with 1 cup. Okay, maybe a little. Let's use 2 cups of yogurt. And after experimenting a little bit, I came with the conclusion that the ideal ratio would be 1 to half. Like for each part of yogurt, you should use a half of whey protein or any other protein powder that you have. So because we have 2 cups of yogurt here, I'm gonna add 1 cup of protein powder. I have whey protein here, but you can use any protein powder that you have. And here comes a part when you have to experiment yourself. My yogurt is a homemade yogurt and I don't have any sweets in it. So it's plain yogurt. So I'll have to use honey to sweeten my mixture. Actually, I could use stevia or maple syrup. Do you use what you want or what you have? But the thing is, if you are using a yogurt that is already sweet, maybe you don't have to use honey or anything. What I would suggest to you is to mix the protein powder with the yogurt, taste it, and correct as you go. You can just be tasting until you find the taste you want. But because I'm using my plain yogurt, I will be fine with 1 tablespoon of honey. After I mix everything, I'm gonna taste it and see if I have to correct it. And now I'm gonna mix everything. As you can see, it's super simple. You don't even need a blender or a mixer or a stand mixer, nothing. We just whisk it until we find a uniform consistency. See, that's what you are going to find. Let me taste it. Oh, it's good. You know what? I just had this idea. Let's add some vanilla because, you know, we never go wrong with vanilla, right? Let's taste it again. Oh my god, it's perfect. I think I'm gonna transfer the yogurt to a jar or something like this because it's easier to pour it into the molds. And now that I think about, I'm kind of afraid that I made too much. I don't think I have enough molds for the quantity of yogurt I made. But anyways. I think we are going to enjoy tonight. It could be a fun dessert for dinner, right? And as I said, I like this set because it's so stable, and especially if you have a freezer situation like me, I don't have too much space and it's a mess in there. So it's a good thing that it doesn't fold or anything. And I have some leftovers. I'm gonna have this in the fridge. So after we eat all of those, I can make more because it's not gonna spoil in a few days. I cannot believe it's snowing.
What the hell? Hopefully that's the last one, right?
Yeah. Oh. Time for lunch. You know, I always cook double for dinner so I don't have to worry about my lunch. Last night was one of those times when as soon as finished making dinner, I thought, oh, I should make this on a vlog. Sometimes I have to vlog and I cannot think about something more special or more creative. And sometimes I'm not vlogging and I come up with this wonderful idea, or at least beautiful idea, because this was beautiful. And I have to show you. Yesterday, I made this, how can I call it? Chicken toast. It's amazing because I have my homemade whole wheat sourdough bread here. We have arugula, radish, carrots, cucumber with a drizzle of balsamic vinegar. And then I roasted chicken thighs with chili peppers and garlic, no, chili peppers and oregano, and I topped it with my homemade mayo, but garlic mayo. So I finalized it with chives and ground pepper. I cannot describe how amazing and easy this dish is. And here comes the cherry on top, or the mayo on top. I don't have to reheat it again because it's good as it is, cold as this. I'm gonna make this a lot during summer because it's perfect for summer. And actually it's perfect right now as well because our microwave is not working. Since yesterday, when we tried to use for lunch, it was not working. And yeah, we will have to deal with that, but for today, we are covered. We don't need the microwave. I wanna make something that I already did in the past, but I didn't film, so it didn't appear here on the vlogs. Maybe if you bake sourdough bread, if you feed your starter regularly, you have the problem of having a lot of discards, right? It's not gonna be a problem for me in the future because now I am feeding Paco. Paco is my starter's name. I only feed Paco once a week and I feed to use the starter the next day. But I still have some leftovers, and one Sunday, it was last Sunday, no, a few weeks ago on a Sunday, I did the most simple thing to use my discard. I made crackers and it was so delicious that I decided that I'm gonna use the rest of discard I have to simply make crackers. Actually, I think I posted a short with the recipe. It's pretty straightforward. We are going to mix discard with butter, spread on a parchment paper, leave it in the oven for a few minutes, and then we have crackers. We have homemade crackers, which is way healthier than packaged processed crackers, right? I'm gonna mix 2 cups of discards, 1 cup here. Now the second cup. And I'm gonna add 60 grams of butter, which is roughly 4 tablespoons. I mean, we add 2 tablespoons of butter for each cup of discard we have. We just mix it, as simple as that. You see, you don't need anything. You don't need a stand mixer, nothing. So easy. I'm gonna spread on parchment paper. I think I'm gonna need 2. Let's try half here, because I think it's gonna be enough. I think I'm gonna need another tray. If your discard is a little more liquid, it would be easier. Mine's kind of gooey. I don't know how to describe it. But anyways, here we have our first tray. Let's cover the second one. As you can see, you are going to need a tray per cup of discard you have. So the base of the recipe, quote-unquote recipe, because it's so simple, I don't think I can call it a recipe. For each cup of discard, you are going to add 2 tablespoons of butter, and you are going to need 1 tray to spread it. Before it goes to the oven, I'm gonna sprinkle salt. I like to use coarse salt. And here comes the fun part. You can use any dry herbs you have. I like to use rosemary. Actually, let's have fun. I'm gonna cover one of these with rosemary, And what should I use for the second one? Let me think. Oh, I think I'm gonna use oregano. I think oregano is gonna bring a lot of taste to my crackers. I preheated my oven to 375 Fahrenheit. They're going to stay here for 10 minutes. Then we are going to score the crackers on the sheets. We need to do that before they are done because, of course, if you try to do later, it's gonna break. So we are going to score them, come back to the oven for more 20-ish minutes, and then it's gonna be done. After 10 minutes in the oven, oops, it's hot. Let's remove it just for a minute and let's score them. I'm gonna put them back in the oven and I'm gonna let them here for 20-ish minutes. It's interesting that it's so thin that you would think that it would be done with 5 minutes or so, but the last time I think it took me even more than 20 minutes. So in 15 minutes I'm gonna check again, and each 5 minutes until I consider it's done. Hey Siri, count 15 minutes. We are using sourdough discards. We are not using active starter. If we were using active starter, they would pop. They would, how can I say, they would rise in the oven. And that's why maybe you saw a recipe when people actually poke holes on the dough to prevent them to pop. That actually I think it would be a fun thing. I'm gonna try to make in the future with the active starter, because then we would get those puffy crackers and it would be fun. So in the future I'm gonna try. Stay tuned for that. And if you're not a subscriber, just saying, that's a good reason there to subscribe so we can try in the future together. But anyways, for this recipe we don't need that. I think I just burned my crackers. Oh no! Siri actually warned me 15 minutes, but I didn't come right away. It was, I would say I came after 20 minutes. That's okay. I think we can save a few of them. It was so tasty. I think we can save some parts. Oh, what a shame. Oh, I burned them. It was tasty. Try it.
I like it. I kind of like it. Not all of them, but just this part is burned. The other ones, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, it's hot.
It's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
You're so nice.
Yeah. If you want to throw it out, like, you can leave that on my desk.
Time to make our dinner. And while I was thinking about dinner, I had something in mind, but then I thought, I'm doing a lot of simple things today, so why not keeping with the theme? Let's make of this whole vlog a themed vlog. And the theme is simple things that we can do to have a healthy lifestyle. Actually we have to check on the popsicles in a little bit, but anyways, focus, Luciana, focus. I'm gonna make a one-pot dinner that is so easy, so easy. I'm gonna use my rice cooker because that makes it even simpler, but you can use any pot you have. I'm gonna make rice with mixed vegetables, frozen mixed vegetables, and if I have, I'm pretty sure I have, yes, I have, and shrimp. So I'm gonna start with 1 cup of rice, just a second, because I used my cup, so I have to use the half cup to measure the rice. So 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of frozen mixed vegetables, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, now I have 2 cups. And here I have shrimp. Just a reminder that I cook double, so I have my lunch ready for tomorrow. I'm making 4 portions. So it would be roughly 150 grams of shrimp per person or per plate. And as you can see, the shrimps are frozen. I like to use this way because it delays the cooking process. Shrimp cook super fast, faster than rice. So if they are not frozen, they are going to be overcooked by the end of the process. I'm just gonna separate them a little bit. Of course, salt. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use my chicken stock for the first time. If you watched a few vlogs ago, I made chicken stock and I showed you the process. It's a simple process. I used roast chicken leftovers that I had, and now it's time to enjoy it. The best time for dessert. Don't you want dessert? I'm gonna eat everything by myself. Okay, we had an accident. We have an accident, but yeah, it felt a little bit inside the freezer. But we have a few of them. Yeah, that's my problem with those molds. They are kind of hard.
You have to hold it a little bit because
Oh, if you hold like it hits. Okay.
it's your future.
You are embarrassing me.
Yeah.
What if we put under the water, under the hot water? As I said, these molds, I don't like them that much because it's hard to get the popsicles off this. Can you? Ah, it's not working. Oops.
Okay.
Now you can have this one. Look at this beauty.
Really good.
I forgot to film the reaction, but it's amazing. It's actually pretty good, pretty sweet.
Because it's really good.
It's so good. I think we have something for summer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hit. Love it.
So not sweet, but you can taste the yogurt.
Yeah, because this time I added vanilla.
That's a win.